I will not be buying Princess Peach Showtime, at least not until it goes on a major sale. Today's video will be about how I came to that decision.
It's showtime, folks.
So Nintendo low-key silent dropped the Princess Peach Showtime demo. The only reason I even knew the demo was out was because of other Nintendo tubers making community posts and videos about the demo coming out. I didn't see any official Nintendo posts about the demo being out until after I had played it. Despite that, I got in nice and early, downloaded the demo, played it first thing that morning when I heard about it. And the demo allows you to play the first 2 stages, levels of the game, so you get a pretty good taste of what the game is going to offer. The game starts on an extremely strong note. It opens with one of the most beautiful Mario cutscenes I've ever seen. It's like on the quality level of Luigi's Mansion 3, Pikmin 4, the high quality, just really good looking Nintendo games. This pre-rendered cutscene at the beginning of Princess Peach Showtime really does dazzle. It really grabbed my attention and made me want to see what the game had to offer. Then I saw what the game had to offer. Princess Peach Showtime is basically a point-and-click puzzle game with very light platforming mixed in. It's not point-and-click in that you have any cursor controls and can click anywhere on the screen. But for a large portion of the level, you do run around as Peach with this magic wand type thing. You run up to these dead flowers, wave your magic wand, makes them bloom. You'll see sad citizens on the ground. You wave your magic wand, they're like, oh, I'm happy again. And since it's this theme of it all takes place on a stage, the things you'll light up and rejuvenate will get spotlit. The evil group, the Sour Bunch, I think they're called, are trying to envelop the theater in darkness, and you as Peach are spotlighting the stage and bringing light back to the theater. The aesthetics and presentation are really good. This game, I think, coasts a lot on the aesthetics and the vibes of the whole thing. The presentation is at its best when Peach undergoes her magical girl transformations. You'll go through the level and you have your normal controls of pointing and clicking. Then you'll happen upon your costume power-up, which causes you to undergo this very Sailor Moon-esque transformation. You spin around, you transform from normal Princess Peach to, in the demo, you got to test out Sword Fighter Peach, and then Patisserie Peach, or like the Baker Peach. And this game, a lot of the fun is in how you get to adopt a new gameplay style for a short bit of time, and Nintendo gets to do a bunch of fun creative stuff with Princess Peach that way. It functions like a Kirby game almost. So all of that is really great. I really love the presentation of this game. I'm a big Princess Peach fan. My very first amiibo was gifted to me by, this is before we did content creation, Old Boy Hungry, friend of the channel. He gifted me this Princess Peach amiibo during the Smash Wii U days. This was one of my mains. He knew I liked Princess Peach a lot, so he got me my first amiibo. Maybe second amiibo? I forget if Yarn Yoshi was first. Tangent. We love to see Princess Peach soloing in her own adventure, getting these cool transformations. The visuals are really nice, and you have a really strong concept of a game. And then the cracks start to show. One thing that bothered me in replays of the levels and trying to do like a completionist route of getting all the little hidden star bit things in the level, there's no real checkpoints in the level. And some of the hidden secrets are really hidden in weird, cryptic ways. The game is very story-driven with these scripted segments where you need to let the little Sneed people... Wrong! Where you need to let the little Sneed people... do something, open a door, whatever. And so it really makes it like a weird, Nintendo wants me to complete the level, but then going back to replay and replaying those same little scripted events that you have to wait for just to get that one little thing you missed. There were only 2 levels to go through here, and it already was feeling tedious, which is not great. And I actually got a little bit frustrated, not like a lot, but miffed, when I was playing through the bakery level and I was trying to do the part where I had to bake the stacks of cakes and time it right. Basically, you just had to hold the A button before your batter exploded. So you had to inflate a balloon type thing right before the point of popping and not make it pop. So if you hold the A button for the appropriate amount of time, you'll get the best cake made. And if you just overshoot it, it burns, it explodes at your face. The balloon pops. It was a pretty fun side mode. I really liked trying to get the timing right. But when I messed up on it the second time, I went from getting 1 star to 2 stars. I needed to get to 3 stars in order to complete the level and get all my star bits. When I messed up my second try and only got 2 stars, I was annoyed that my options were I either had to complete the level and then try it again, go through all the scripted bits, or just quit and come back in. If there was like a checkpoint somewhere and like an option to like reset and go back to the checkpoint, it would have been a lot less tedious. The game sits in a weird middle ground where it definitely incentivizes you to get all those little star bits and show you completed the level. But actually doing so doesn't seem really fun. And being forced to replay the levels where the fun of it is the presentation of it and the gameplay is fun but very, very simple. You're literally only using the A and B buttons the whole time. It quickly takes the magic out of the level, which is counterintuitive to this game, which is supposed to feel very magical and bright and showy. And the fact that this game rocks a more simple control scheme definitely isn't a problem with me. For instance, WarioWare, which we've talked about and played on the channel, is a game that all the micro games only use the A button or the control stick. But what works for WarioWare is that it's so fast and kinetic that you have to just figure it out in a couple of seconds what you're supposed to be doing with your 2 buttons. Good job. It's all gonna be A button and control stick, but you do have to figure out like what's going on the fly.
Oh, so all the micro games are gonna be completely different every single time.
Yep. Yeah. Twirl.
Oh, I didn't do it fast enough.
Everyone's on their last crowd members.
Oh.
Watched it. Pac-Man is one of the best games of all time, and that game literally runs with just a joystick. So there's nothing wrong with simple games. To me, it just feels gameplay-wise, there isn't enough to do in Princess Peach Showtime. It's just a little too slow for me and feels more concerned with you enjoying the world than flexing your gameplay muscles. What was there gameplay-wise was good. It's Nintendo, they know how to make video games. But the whole thing just felt like empty calories. Once I was done with the demo, I wasn't really craving more. That's not what you want. Demos are kind of supposed to get you hyped and chomping at the bit for the rest of the game to drop. And despite a lot of cool Princess Peach power-ups being promised to be on display here, it's just not feeling like a $60 purchase this month, not with rent and other bills. This gaming hobby's not the most cheap one. What a lot of gaming YouTubers don't talk about is sometimes you gotta be picky and choosy with which games you pick up. And I was legitimately hyped for Princess Peach Showtime, you know? It is one of the few mainline Nintendo games announced for this year. I want to support my boys, but I also want to have fun playing my games. Princess Peach Showtime, it's kind of like Captain Toad, where I really am hyped about the concept of it, but once I actually play the game, Captain Toad is a cool game and I think has more going on than Princess Peach Showtime, but I never really desired to play these games. The fun can't just stop at the concept. Final thing that really is more of a nitpick, but it did hurt Princess Peach Showtime for me. This tedium of replaying the levels and having to sit through the scripted events is exacerbated by the fact that this game, once again, doesn't feature voice acting. And a Mario game is not like known for having crazy voice acting. But it definitely feels inconsistent that there isn't any kind of voice acting in this game, considering that we just got the Mario movie last year, which featured all these iconic characters speaking. Then we got Super Mario Wonder, which had the Wonder Flowers, which couldn't stop talking. And you would expect that at least the Sneeds, who are asking for your help and opening pathways for you, they have all these dialogues going that you have to read, and nothing wrong with reading, but it just feels like similar to the Wonder Flower, you could have had those guys talk. So there's not a lot of precedent for Princess Peach to talk. The only time she's done so in a game, I think, is Mario Sunshine.
I won't let you take Mama Peach away! Mama? Mama Peach? I'm your mama?
Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure people will. But it felt just empty that she wasn't talking, or at least the Sneeds weren't talking. It felt like it was that missing ingredient from the whole recipe of this game. Again, I love the concept. Since Mario Bros. 3, it's kind of been clear that Nintendo views its characters as kind of, at least the Mario characters, as actors in a play, and all the different Mario games and Mario spin-off games are different productions for them to star in. So I love that they got meta with it this time and literally made a game that takes place in the theater. It's Princess Peach's first game in over a decade. Peach stocks are up.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
I really want this thing to succeed, but if it had voice acting, it could have put that game at that level I want it to be. Right now, it just feels like it's punching under its weight. Even if it is for little kids, this thing just feels super empty, and I'm worried about the replayability of it. I'm worried that a lot of people will drop $60 and feel kind of like, oh, I could have bought a different game with this. So if you're still hyped for this game and still plan to get this game, let me know in the comments. I don't want to poo-poo on your fun. I just want to offer my perspective and why the demo really illuminated for me. I can spend my time and money on other things. Still want Nintendo to succeed, but they are a corporation, so only insofar as they continue to make good games. I want Princess Peach to get more games. I want her to be well represented. This one just wasn't for me. I'm a pass on it. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of the demo, and if you still plan on getting the game, or if you're like me and are not getting the game anymore. I'm gonna stop talking, and to do that you have to like the video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. I haven't done this in a while, so thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay super.